Jane-Finch Mall hosted an all-candidates meeting for residents of Ward 8 York West, once again giving the community members opportunities to ask questions. 5 of the 6 candidates were present. For Jane-Finch.com, I'm Sabrina Gopal. So what is your name and the organization you're affiliated with?
My name is Orville, Wallace. I work for JVS Toronto Youth Inc. in the Youth Reach program, working with youth who've been involved with the law and have had some kind of conflict with the law.
And today we had an all-candidates meeting. What was your role, or how do you think that an all-candidate meeting like this will impact our community?
Well, it definitely will impact the community because the youth need to get engaged in voting, and having all candidates meetings are just putting a voice to the people that say that we'll be making a change.
So I'm Anthony Makkas. I'm a communication officer from Breakaway Relief Care.
And I'm Sharon Joseph, the director for Breakaway Relief Care.
Now today we had an all candidates meeting. How did you guys feel with the turnout being a community organization?
I felt that there should be more representation of our community because the candidates, they're fighting for them, and something is missing here, and I'm still trying to put it together. What is missing, I don't know. Be it the trust or, people just don't want to vote. But I had the opportunity to speak to some people tonight, and I found out that they are landed immigrants, and because they are landed immigrants, they are not allowed to vote, and I think that's a deterrent for election. And, if landed immigrants could vote, I think we'll have more turnout for election.
Now, if the candidacy changes and we have a new person in power, what would that mean for home-based grassroots organizations like yourself?
I think if they believe in what we do as community and grassroots, I think we will have a say. They would advocate on our behalf. Things that are happening, things that are missing, like housing, and the real deal. We want somebody who's truthful, who lives in the area, who knows what's happening. Because they all come out and say, we could do or we will do, and that's the end of it. They're not even friendly. You don't see them after. So we hope if we have a leader here that they will work with us. We're looking forward for that.
What do you think needs to be changed in government for our community to strive for the future?
Well, first and foremost, even when you talk about the government, what I realized that just talking to the youths, them, lack of education, no communication. If it starts there internally at home, then we gotta start there. Then we talk about the government, what the government can do for us, who will represent us. But if you are talking about family and they're not even interested, then we got a problem there. So we can't blame the government and no politician what goes on. It starts at home first.
So what would be some of the qualities that the new councillor should have?
Wow. What are some of the qualities some of the new councillors should have? Well,
if there is change.
Well, if there's change, and I see about 6 or 7 chairs there with the main individual who's supposed to be representing the community was not present. So what do you expect? That's no leadership right there. And because of that, then the youth then get turned off, for one. Okay, we hear about Peter Lepre as, representing the neighborhood, and what is he doing? That's what I hear on the road. So I don't know what they're going to do or who will make the changes, but we need somebody to step up.
Any last words?
Yes, well, I wish every one of them the best, and I hope, that they continue to work with us, not just, because they want to be elected. I think they should continue to work with us because there's a crisis here. And with the crisis, crime will continue, housing will be the same, Thanks to one of the councillors that, we had a gas leak in the area and bringing it to the media, Enbridge wasn't interested. And only because the media called them, they showed up to, turn off, the gas leak. And when you look at apartment buildings that emergency vehicle cannot venture into, that's a disgrace, because it's Jane-Finch, I think people should do better, be it politician, be it community people, they need to come out, rally for the cause. You can't just have one of the grassroots organization rallying for you. You need to come and support us so we could advocate on their behalf. So, again, I wish everybody the best of luck, and I will be looking at them. I will be there in every meeting, just looking and seeing who said what, and we have tapes, so we could rewind those tapes and said, you said that, you're going to help us. What are you doing? So it's a challenge.
Apart from the politicians, we need to have all these agencies that saying they're representing a cause, they need to come together and unite. And I see that lacking. I see that tearing apart. Even you look at the political sector, it's a rat race. Now you talk about agency, the same situation going on. Breakaway supports certain cause. Who we have behind us, can we call them? Maybe not. We need for us to rally together and make a difference, and that's the main problem. We need that unity, communication.
What's your name and the organization you're with?
Byron Gray and the Jane-Finch Community and Family Center.
Now tell me what happened here today at the Jane-Finch Mall.
Well, we had a all candidates meeting, and that was the purpose of this whole thing, was basically to get youth issues and concerns out to the politicians to see what they would do if in power with those issues.
And what are some of the main issues that the community brought to the table that's concerning them?
Well, one of the issues were definitely the support for ongoing funding, core funding for youth and youth programs, whether it was after-school programs or drop-in programs, anything to do with youth. Basically having a core funding, because right now we run on temporary funding, which is like a year-long. Kids get used to a program and then it's gone. So that was one of the issues or main issues that we were trying to get into the candidates' minds.
Okay, and why is it important for this kind of forum for the community to have access to the candidates?
Well, the community on a whole, they do have other all-candidate meetings for themselves, but for youth specifically, a lot of times youth voices aren't heard, and we want to definitely bring out a forum in which they could get their voices heard and have the candidates see their concerns directly from them. So that was definitely one of our main goals for this evening.
Considering there weren't too many youth, and that was who you were trying to outreach, what kind of message what do you get from that?
Well, definitely, it's a clear view of maybe years of not being heard. So after a while, you definitely start thinking to yourself, if I'm not going to be heard, why am I going to speak? Right? So that's definitely, hopefully that today's not seeing a lot of youth is definitely going to bring that to their attention. But I did have a chance to speak with some of the youth and to hear some of their concerns, even if they didn't voice it directly, it was voiced through me. So they were represented.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My name is Tim Greenwood. I work at Youth Inc. in the Youth Reach program for youth at risk, trying to help them find jobs. And I'm involved with the Street Involved Youth Issues Coalition. That's who was involved in organizing this event. Yeah.
And why was it important that the Youth Coalition took a part of this or got involved in doing this?
Well, the original purpose, we've been talking about that. We've been doing a lot of just people sharing, and then we realized we have to be doing something in the community to try to improve situation for young people. So we just thought, since there's an election, we should have an all-candidates meeting and try to bring out some of the issues that are important to youth. And so that's why we did it.
What are some of the qualities that youth and other voters should look in their new candidate or the incumbent?
I think people who understand the community and who are passionate about just making a difference. I think people who understand what are the key issues. Like I think some of the key issues that have come out are housing, like the quality of the housing, and also something that didn't really come out today is how do you get youth interested? I think you want to find people, at least from the youth perspective, who understand young people and can get them excited about, voting or just about the community, realizing that they can make a difference. Yeah.
Now, if young people do come out and vote, what would that mean for our community?
Well, I think I'll just use Justin Trudeau. Somebody went to a place where he was giving a speech, and his point was, don't talk about young people being the leaders of tomorrow, the leaders of today. And so what it is just making youth aware that they have power. Like I think a lot of young people in general, don't realize they really have a lot of power.